Okay, this is Mr. Peterson. We're returning to the notes for section 27A, linear quadratic systems, and this is page 2 of the notes. Okay, what we'll do here is graph the parabola first, and I've actually got the graph over there, but I'm going to show you how I got it. The first thing to do when you're in standard form here is to find the value of h. Simple little formula. You go b over negative 2 times a. So in this case, it's going to be that negative 20 over negative 2 times the 2 that's up front. Negative 20 divided by negative 4, in this case, will be 5. So we're going to put a 5 in the center of our t-chart. And then you branch out from there, 3 on each side. Okay, the next thing you want to do here is go to your y equals key here and type in the equation of the parabola. And then once you've got that typed in, you want to go to your table settings, which is right above the window key on a TI-84 calculator, and your table start value is 2. So now I go second, and on the other side of the calculator you'll see where it says table. You want to then go over to the right and down to the center and find the k value first, and you can see I went 5, 4, and then it jumps to a height of 6 on either side. You can see that, so 6, 6, and 4, 6, and then it goes to a height of 12, and we see this beautiful symmetry that we were hoping for. And it's kind of off the graph here, but I went ahead and put some dots up there. You can kind of extend up 1 or 2 there. And so there's our parabola. 822 is far enough off the grid that we won't even try it. Likewise with 222, but they would be on that path right there if you continued it. Okay, so there's the parabolic answer, or the parabola. And now I'm going to take the linear equation with a y-intercept of 1 and graph it. My slope is 1 up and 4 over. And I can extend that in both directions here. And we get this line through here. And because we're looking for something that doesn't exist, we're looking for 2 places or 1 place where this line crosses that parabola, we conclude that there are no solutions to this problem. You're looking for intersections on this one, you're wasting your time. There are none. So part B, where it says if there are solutions, is now not applicable. And likewise with part C, where it says if there's one solution, you're supposed to do this, but there wasn't even one solution. So we're not going to answer either of those 2 parts of the question. Okay, so we have next inequalities. You'll see less than and greater than signs show up here. And when that happens, you get shading. So we're going to do some practice describing the shading here. You're going to use a phrase like this: below the parabola and above the line. Well, in this case, that shading is below the line. And above the parabola. And if you have any doubt about that, put your pen on the parabola and decide whether to get into that shaded region you'd have to go up or down. In this case, you'd have to go up, so it's above the parabola. Okay, this is probably the strangest graph that you'll see in this section, where it sort of looks like different parts of it are shaded. But you'll notice that this shaded region and that shaded region are both above the line. And once again, put your pen on the parabola and decide where you have to go to get to the shaded region. You'd have to go down. So this is below the parabola. Same thing over here. If you go down, you get into the shaded region, so the shaded region is below the parabola. And it's a little less obvious here, but this parabola goes forever to the right and forever to the left. So even if this shaded region were shaded further to the right, that would cover it. It goes forever to the right, kind of like a roof that stretches on and on. Okay, so you get these split graphs sometimes, and you got to watch for them. Okay, the next one here is above the line and above the parabola. The above the line is usually the most obvious. Once again, if you're confused, is this above the parabola or below the parabola, just simply pick a point on the parabola and decide whether you have to go up, which corresponds with above, or down to get into your shaded region. So this is above the parabola. This sentence could have been phrased like this: above both the line and the parabola. Okay, this one here is similar. You're below the parabola. You can see that you'd have to go down to get into the shaded region, and you have to go down to get from the line also to get into the shaded region. So this is below both the parabola and the line. And that does it for page 2 of the notes. We'll pick up on page 3 in the next video.